Welcome to SuQuietSleep. I'm so glad you are here. Before we begin our tonight's story, find a comfortable position. Let your body settle into the surface beneath you. Your shoulders can soften now. If there is any tension in your jaw, let it release. Soften the small muscles around your eyes and brow. Let your hands rest gently and easily. If your eyes are not already closed, allow them to close now. Take a slow breath in through your nose, filling your lungs, and breathe out through your mouth. And again, breathe in and breathe out. Let your shoulders drop a little more and allow your whole body to grow heavier and supported. With each slow breath, the sounds of your day begin to fade slowly into the background. In their place, a gentle mist begins to rise. A quiet bridge between now and then. And as tonight's story begins, imagine yourself stepping lightly through the mist, leaving the present behind and drifting into another time. A slower, quieter world. Tonight, we step quietly into a small mountain nunnery, deep in the Zhongnan Mountains, south of Chang'an. Nearly 1,300 years ago, in the height of the Tang Dynasty. It is the hour before dawn. The sky is still dark. Early spring. Mist rests thick between the pine trees. In this nunnery lives a small community of Buddhist nuns. One of them rises each morning before the bell to sit alone in the meditation hall, to light the candle, to breathe in the mountain dark, and to be still. She has kept this hour for many years. It is as familiar to her as her own breath. This morning, she wakes before the bell, as she always does. The sleeping quarters hold a particular kind of cold, not the hard cold of winter. that has already passed. This is the damp of cold of a spring mountain before sunrise, the kind that settles slowly into wooden walls, into folded clothes, into the space between the body and the robe. She has slept lightly, as she always does at this hour. The body knows when to wake. No bell is needed on the mountain. She sits at the edge of her sleeping bed for a moment, quite still. She draws her folded robe over her shoulders, gray as early cloud, gray as the hour itself. The sleeve settles over her wrist. The hem falls to the floor. Her feet find her cloth-soled slipper on the cool boards. She stands. She breathes once. Pine resin, damp stone, the particular stillness of the pre-dawn hour. And then she moves towards the door. The courtyard is small and deeply familiar in the dark. She crossed it slowly, each step placed with care on the stone path worn smooth by years of the same quiet morning. Her feet and the feet of those who came before her, and the feet of those who will come after. The stone is cold and slightly slick with moisture. The mist is already here. It rests low between the pine trunks at the Nunnery compound edge, soft and pale and damp, settling close. The smell of it is immediate. Wet pine needles, damp stone, the cold, clean air of the mountain before anything else has stirred. She does not hurry. The mist touches her face lightly as she walks, cool and almost weightless against her skin. The hall is ahead, its dark wooden door closed, its shape solid and familiar in the gray of the pre-dawn air. She reaches it. The door surface is smooth and cold underneath her palm, worn at the edges where hands always reach. It opens slowly, the hinge giving a low and hurried creak into the dark. The hall breathes out to meet her. Cedar, cold stone, the faint lingering memory of incense. She steps inside. Inside, the dark is deeper and drier than the courtyard. She moves to the altar shell by feel and by years of practice. 3 steps. Then the edge of the shelf under her fingers. A single candle rests in a small ceramic holder at the shelf center. Beside it, a shallow bowl of clear water sits undisturbed. Its surface still as a held breath. She reaches for the taper and strikes the small flint. The flame catches. Small, amber, nearly still. She transfers it to the candle wick and then step back. And in the moment, the flame settles. Its reflection appears in the water bowl below. A second flame, patient and calm, burning downwards into the clear water. 2 flames, one above and one below. The hall brightens a little around them. Cedar walks, taking on a faint warm color. She lets out a slow breath. Then the incense, 1 stick only. She lifts it to the candle flame, holds it briefly, and set it in the holder. From it, a thread of pale smoke rises upward through the still air of the hall. Thin, straight. A faint sandalwood sweetness threading through the cedar. Now, the mat. She carries it before the altar, laying it flat and smoothing it once from the center outward with both palms, firm and slightly thorough beneath her fingers, woven close, familiar. It is ready. She kneels. She lowers herself onto the mat, her legs folding in the way her body has long since memorized. The robe settles around her, heavy and warm at the shoulders. She brings her palms briefly together towards the altar, then draws her hands into her lap, palms open and upward. thumbs resting lightly against each other. The weight of her body finds the mat, finds the boards below, finds the mountain itself. She is still. The candle flame has no move. Its reflection in the water bowl holds the same amber stillness. Two flames, one above and one below, patient in the pre-dawn dark. Outside the half-open door, the mist gathers close, white, luminous, damp, carrying the cold breath of the mountain into the hall. The wall has narrowed. To this hall, to this floor, to this candlelight and to this quiet stillness. She reaches beside her knee for the wooden striker, a small hollow drum used to keep a steady rhythm in meditation. Its surface, worn smooth from years of the same quiet morning, settles into her hands with the ease of something entirely known. She holds it, breathe once, then strike. A hollow knock, clean and sound and brief, rising into the cedar-scented dark. Then it is gone. The silence returns, and it is fuller than before. The sound fades. She does not strike again. She sits inside the silence that returns, fuller now, as if the sound has opened a small space in the air, and the quiet has moved to fill it. Her hands are open in her lap. Her breath is even and unhurried. The incense smoke rises in its thin pale column, drifting slightly now, where the mist cold breath from outside enters the hall. Outside, the mist rests close against the doorframe. Damp pine and cold stone reaching in. The pine trunks at the courtyard edge have disappeared into it entirely. Only the hall remains, and within the hall, the candle, the water, the smoke, and the breath. After a long and marked moment, the striker moves again. A hollow knock, a little softer this time, absorbed by the stillness before it fully arrives. Then the silence folds back around it and disturbed. The mind settles slowly, the way water settles after a stone has passed through. Ripples spreading outward from wherever they began, slowly losing their edges, becoming still again. A thought rises. A day of rain. Water falling from pine needles in long and even intervals onto the courtyard stone. The sound irregular and patient, and then gone. She breathes in. The mist moves slowly beyond the doorway. The breath moves through her. In a slow pause, then out. The cold cedar air of the hall surrounds her without asking anything of her. Somewhere in the high pines above the nunnery, a brief breath of wind moves through the branches, then gone. She sits in the center of the stillness, not thinking, not waiting, only present in this cold cedar-scented dark, in this hall, on this mountain, in this hour. She is aware of the weight of her body on the mat, the wooden boards beneath, the rope warm and heavy at her shoulders, the coolness of the hall against the back of her hand. These things are simply present, not demanding attention, only resting in awareness. The candle flame has not moved in a long time. Outside, something has shifted. The mist beyond the courtyard has brightened. Not yet light, not yet dawn, but no longer the same opaque white of the deep night hours. The pine trunks at the compound edge are just beginning to reappear. They are dark shapes emerging slowly from the white, first as suggestions, then something more solid. She breathes in. The air is still cold, still damp. The incense has burned fully away. Its thread of smoke has thinned to nothing, but its faint sandalwood memory still lingers in the cedar air. She breathes out. The silence does not change. The hall is no longer fully dark. Gradually, without announcing itself, the darkness has thinned. The cedar walls have taken on a pale gray quality, faint, barely visible, but no longer entirely depending on the candle to define them. The altar shelf holds its object in stillness, small, amber, and hurried. Outside, the mist carries color at its edges. The palest gold from the eastern slope of the mountain, arriving without announcement. It finds the doorframe and lies along the doorway stone in a thin, bright line. She does not turn towards it. The candle burns on, small, amber and still, and below it, in the shallow bowl of clean water, the reflection holds the same light, steady and as it has since the flame was first lit. Nothing asks anything to be different from what it already is. She breathes in and breathes out. Her shoulders soften without her having decided one. The morning light continues to arrive. The water bowl holds both lights now. The amber of the candle and the pale gold of dawn. Two flames still. The one above burning steadily on the altar shelf. The one below resting in the clear water in its patient reflection. Neither one has changed. Both remain. The wooden striker rests beside her knee. Its wood warm now from the hand that has held it. She breathes in and breathes out. The hall is very still around this breath. The morning has arrived. She's already here. Two flames have burned on through the whole morning's arriving, one above and one below. The candle on the shelf, its reflection in the water bowl, steady through the deep dark, through the first gray lightning, through the slow gold of dawn entering the doorframe. The mist that lingers so close at the beginning has thinned and lifted into the higher pines, but the smell of it remains. Pine resin, damp stone, the cold, clean air of the mountain before the wall begins. The candle burns on. It will burn for some time yet. The mist has nearly released the pines. Their shapes are clear and dark against the brightening sky. The mountain holds all of this in its patient and hurried way. And so the nun sits. The dawn settled quietly around her. The candle still burning on the altar shelf, its reflection resting in the bowl of clear water. The mist releasing the pine trees one by one in the pale gold light outside. The mountain holding the new morning in its patient and hurried way. The world we visited tonight is quiet now, and you are here again, in the comfort of your room. Your mind can rest. Your body can relax. If you are already drifting into sleep, allow yourself to sink deeper. If you are still awake, simply listen to the quiet. Thank you for joining me at SuQuietSleep. I'll be here again soon to share another peaceful moment in time. But for now, sleep well. Good night.